video blog is going to be on the squat. As you probably know by now, there's a fair few squats in our programming, but it's something that we're obviously very mindful of, and technique and things like that. So we find that the general person might sit down at a desk between 8 and 10 hours a day. Then we could be sitting on the couch or lying down. So for people to grasp the perfect squat can sometimes be quite difficult. So don't sort of be too hard on yourself if you don't grab the squat straight away. And what I mean by that is actually great activation through glutes and things like that. So the way that we want to coach technique on the squat at Kasama is that we want to ensure glute activation is pretty much on the whole time, because if you get your glutes working for you, it's going to save a lot of things like lower back issue and potential knee issues, okay, which is obviously something that we want to avoid. Okay, so when we're squatting, so you might take this for granted, but when we're squatting, it's not just simply straight up and down, okay, so frontal inversion, it's not just straight up and down. That almost had zero activation as far as my glutes are concerned, and a lot of the weight went through the knee. Alright, so what I want you to do is something a little bit different. I want you to try it now. So wherever you're watching this, get up out of the chair, and I want you to actually try this with me now. If you're in the office, doesn't matter. People are going to come around and go, "What are you doing?" So I'm practicing a squat like Kasama is telling me. Alright, so make sure we just try and do this now with me. Okay, so feet stance generally has to be a little bit wider than the hips. Generally. Now when I say that's in response to flexibility through hips. Okay, don't just point your toes out, okay? That doesn't automatically switch my butt on. What I want you to imagine is that this is a screwdriver, the ground is a screw, and you're trying to turn it outwards, okay? So what I mean by that is I'm turning out, screwing the ground with the screwdriver being my leg, okay? So automatically, my glutes are turned on, okay? Now this position, all we do from here, we corkscrew out, as I said, knees go first, butt second, into that nice low position, keep that corkscrew action happening in the feet, straight up and down, squeeze the glutes at the top, try not to thrust forward, okay? So side on, it's going to look like so, corkscrewing the feet, so I want you to try this now. Glutes are turned on now. If I'm corkscrewing the ground, from here, knees forward, then hip, into this nice, strong, upright position, through my lower back and middle back. From here, coming up, nice and slow, and we squeeze the glutes at the top of the movement. Okay, so it's not thrusting, it's just squeeze. Back down, corkscrew, out, into this position. So glutes are working pretty hard. Thighs are working great, knees are tracking well, squeeze the glutes, okay? If we don't bring that little squeeze in, lower back can feel a little bit of tension, okay? So the tension can remain there, squeezing the glutes, back down, okay? To translate that into a goblet squat, which is what we do a fair bit of, okay, from side on, grabbing the kettlebell, once again, keeping that belly nice and close, corkscrewing the ground, my glutes are turned on right now, slowly coming down, knees first, then hip, coming into that nice, strong position, upright position, then coming up, nice and slow. We want to make sure the hips track in the same direction as on the way down, squeezing the butt, slowly again, corkscrewing the ground, knees, then slowly up, squeezing the glutes. That is a goblet squat. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got a little bit out of that. But it's something that we do want you to practice pretty much every day. Without practice, you're not going to get any better. So we had to retrain your glutes to switch on in that squat. Good luck, and let me know how you go. Thanks for watching. Cheers.